right, family. Shalom, shalom. General Yashar, Commander General Yashar, coming in. Tanks on the ground. Y'all War Machine.
Tanks up.
Yahweh War Machine. However you like to pronounce it and say it. It's all great. What I want to bring out today, I have it pretty much lined up. You know, I'm going to be coming from Leviticus and a few other books, but the main book is going to be Leviticus 23, right? Touching on what we call atonement, 7th month, right? I want to bring out some understanding on how we understand when the 7th month takes place, right? I want to bring out some understanding on when we start our count for each month. And I'm going to be doing this a lot often because it's not done enough, it's not mentioned enough in our community to the point where it needs to be understood, okay? Right? So what I want to do here is I want to take you to the scriptures first, right? What I did was I actually looked up what the word crescent moon and what I could actually find according to the King James Version, right? So if you look on the screen, you can see where I typed it in the Google search where it says crescent moon. And so the scriptures that it took me to was new moon feast in the Bible, King James Version. So that tells me that the crescent moon is lined up and linked with the new moon, right? AKA new month, because that's all the new moon means according to our heritage. It just means new month. So now we understand that we start our count for this month. You understand? I don't have to go too deep off into that because it's self-explanatory. You know, this is not about me preaching. So let's pull up some scriptures, right? Where it talks about this new moon feast, right? So if we go to Psalms 148 and 3, we see where it says, praise ye him, sun and moon, right? So that it's telling us that the sun and moon is to praise the Most High, not the other way around. So when you hear brothers talking about, oh, you doing the what they say, the lunar, lunar worship, moon worship or something like that. No, we don't, because scripture don't teach us to do that. Scripture teaches us to recognize the new moon as our new month so we can acknowledge it and feast according to the directive that was given that I'm going to bring out in the scriptures, right? This way, again, and I'm going to be repetitive, family, because at this point in time, this right here is very important for us to understand, and I have to be repetitive concerning this, right? So again, new month, new moon starts our count for that month. So the first day of the crescent month, the first time you see the slit in the moon, in the sky, the light, that day is the first day of the month. That day we start our count. So from there we count 7 days, which the 6th day at evening, right? What do? We prep and we get ready for our Shabbat, going into the 7th, right? This is how we do it. And when you do it this way, you'll find out that our Shabbat does not fall on Saturday. We do not do and follow as the Jews in Israel do in 2020. A lot of our Torah-only brothers, they hold on to this doctrine of dealing with only the Torah, the Tanakh. Well, I need to bring this to light. That's what the pale-skinned Jews do in Israel. So we have a problem with this situation and this doctrine and this way of thinking. Either you agree with them that's over there in Israel, and you need to line up with them in every way, fashion, and form, because I mean, you guys hold the same holy days. When they had their Day of Atonement, you had your Day of Atonement. Every Saturday is their Shabbat. Every Saturday is your Shabbat. They don't believe in the Hamashiach. Y'all don't believe in the Hamashiach? I mean, where you want me to stop? Because right here it tells us very clearly, praise ye him, sun and moon. Praise him, all ye stars of light. So some of our brothers and sisters will say, oh, that's talking about other beings and things of that nature, regardless whether it's talking about other beings or it's talking about the actual sun and the moon and the stars in the heavens, right? It's no directive for us to praise and worship them. So how are we doing that when we acknowledge the new moon, right? If you can bring out a scripture in the chat, we'll definitely go over it after we finish up what we're doing. But at the same time, I have yet to see it. But if you can show me that, I will definitely deal with it, right? Let's move on to the next one, right? It says, this is Psalms 121:6. It says, the sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. So again, it's not a person. It's not a power that can kill you, right? So I can't pray to the sun to kill my enemies. I can't pray to the moon to kill my enemies. So when you say that we doing this moon worship, this lunar worship thing, explain to me, how are we worshiping the moon? Explain to me, what prayers are we saying to the moon? Explain to the family, right, how the moon has given us all power, all knowing, and given us understanding. Because if the moon haven't done these things, if you haven't seen us bow down to the moon literally at nighttime, gathered together, calling out, then what are you talking about? Are you repeating the same fraudulent lie that the pale skins are repeating? Because when you understand what they do, they actually go by the lunar and the solar calendar together. They mix and mingle it. So they all confused and all mixed up. So if you following anything after them, unfortunately, my brothers, you guys are confused and mixed up. If you guys have come across some information and it lines up with what they doing and how they moving, you have to really go back and reevaluate what you have in front of you. You have to go back and reevaluate the lesson that you learned from whoever you learned it from and fact check it with the Most High. Because I guarantee you, whatever they doing is completely opposite from what the Most High want us to be doing, right? Let's move on to the next one. Isaiah 3:18, right? In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their cows and their round tires like the moon. So again, we have things that's being fashioned like the moon, earrings, round tires like the tires that was on the what you call that, the chariots, right? But the moon is not to be worshipped. We were not to worship the moon. So what I'm showing you here is the moon was described in different ways. So some people will say it's like a round ball. Well, no, it's not. It's like a round tire, right? It's like round tires according to the description in Isaiah. So it's like a round wheel, right? Not a ball, but a wheel. You understand? So, I mean, just understanding and getting things clear from what society and what science has told you compared to what the Most High has given his chosen, right? His holy men, to make sure that we understand his truth. These are the things that we need to understand. People talk about science is not in the scriptures. Well, when we're dealing with the moon and we're dealing with the solar system, we're dealing with the stars, as you guys call it, as far as solar system, when we're dealing with the sun, that's what you call science, right? That's another aspect of what you would call science. Moving on, right? Isaiah 24:23 says, Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when Yahushai and the host shall reign in Mount Zion in Jerusalem, and before his ancients gloriously. So again, the Most High gave us the moon and the sun for seasons and times. That's what the scriptures teach us. So here he's even telling us that they shall be confounded. They shall be ashamed. In other words, they will not be shining no more, as he said to us before, right? As he told us, the sun will not give out his light. The moon will not give out its light. That means that the sun and the moon don't have no power unless the Most High give it. That means that there's a law, a lunar law, that the sun and the lunar system have to abide by, and they cannot disobey that law like we can disobey the Most High's law. They cannot pick and choose and say, you know what, I'm not gonna set today. I'm gonna stand in the sky because I feel like it, because I'm the sun, right? Well, you know what, I'm the moon, and I'm not gonna give off my light because, you know, I don't feel like giving off my light today. No, they don't have no choice. And mind you, you have individuals that's walking around on the planet that's giving these creations more power than they give its creator. So we got to think about these things, family. We got to get some understanding about what's really going on, so that as we move forward in learning and establishing a relationship with him, we can understand when we hear people speaking that's supposed to be speaking according to truth and according to the living word, we can understand if they are speaking truth or not. But the only way we're going to be able to get that and understand that is when we breaking these scriptures down, like we're about to do today, right? So let me get down to some meat of this, right? Now, let's get off into the feast, right? And understanding what we're talking about, right? So dealing with the Maccabees, 2 Maccabees 10:6, it says, and they kept the 8 days with gladness, as in the Feast of Tabernacles, remembering that not long before they had fled the Feast of Tabernacles, whenas they wandered in the mountains and dens like beasts. So here, right, what he's breaking down is when we first started to experience our feast, when we first was given our set aside feast days after we left, right, to keep these days so that we can remember what he done for us, how he kept us when we were in out in the wilderness, giving him thanks and praises for 7 days, right? After our atonement on the 15th day of the 7th month. All praise and glory, giving it to him, enjoying each other's time, enjoying each other's presence, bringing all the men, bringing the Most High the harvest, right? From what was planted during the beginning of spring, the beginning of the new year. So now it's time for us to reap what we sowed. But before we do that, what do he want us to do? He wants to make atonement for our wickedness, for our wicked ways. In other words, that one thing that you like to do, set it aside for a day for the Most High. Like for myself, I like to indulge in certain things. Like I like to sip a little bit here and there. I like to indulge in a meditation bush here and there. So for myself, on atonement that day, I'm gonna give all praises and honor to the Most High by not doing nothing but giving him honor and praise in his word. But that shouldn't just be for that day. That should be a means and an understanding and a confirmation that we can, in ourselves, set aside whatever we got going on to focus on him. You see what I'm saying? That's what he's showing us in the Day of Atonement. So yes, we have that set aside day. But if you need to do that the next month, the Most High is not going to be upset with you for atoning yourself again. He never said it was a limit on that. But what we have to do is make sure the directives that he gave us, right? The directives that he gave us in Leviticus 23, and that's where I'm about to head to right now, Clay. I'm gonna have to head to Leviticus 23, and I'm gonna start there if you want to bring it up for the family to read. If not, I'll just keep it right here where we at, and I'll just read it from where I'm at.
Leviticus 23 and 3?
23 and 23, that's where I'm gonna start at. So before
that's gonna try to stop your screen share.
All right, don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. So family, if you got the scriptures, pull it up, please, right? Because I really want to keep this up on the screen, and it's the reason that I want to keep it up on the screen, because I want you to understand, if you look at the phases, right? The days, right? It says October. Now, according to man, according to society, look, it says the new moon is the dark moon, right? Well, we don't see that nowhere in the scriptures, right? But we do see the first light, which is the crescent moon, which would be the first day of the new month. We can't find that in the scriptures, right? So this is why I'm showing you up here on the screen what we have coming up, right? So just to clarify, so that you can understand clearly what I'm saying about the months and how they count, right? So starting with month number 1, which would be Nisan, right? Or Abib. It's not March, April, family. It's not the ending, right, of winter, right? We don't start the new month in the end of winter. We start the new month in the spring, literally, right? And that takes place literally in April, family, April, May. So April, so I guess somewhere around April 17th, April 15th, right, this year would have been our new year, right? So from there, we have May, June, which would be Iyar, or Zif, which would be the second month, right? Then we have June, July, which would be Sivan, the third month. Then we have July, August, right? Which would be Tammuz, which was the fourth month. Then we have August, September, which is Ab, right? The fifth month. September to October, which is where the transitioning that we're making right now, right? September to October. We have Elul, which is the sixth month. So now, Tishri, as you can see on the screen, right? That's in gold. Let me blow it up for you a little bit just in case you can't see it, right? Tishri, the seventh month starts October 17th, right? According to our ancient heritage, Yasharal, in Leviticus 23 and 23. And that's where I'm about to start right now. So I wanted to count the months and name off the days, name off the names of the months so that we can be on the same page, family. Because we have to understand that if we're going to keep his feast days and his laws, we have to understand how and when to do it. We can't do like the heathens and think that we're going to be heard. When he out here blessing us is on with the understanding and the truth that we need to understand. Now it's up to you to be able to seek his face and to confirm this truth that you're hearing right now. It's not for me to be repetitive and keep hammering it into you, saying the same thing over and over, meaning that every single day I got the same lesson. No, that's not what this is about. This is about seeds being planted, right? So leading up to our new month, which is on the 17th, so that we can keep atonement right, so that we can keep excuse me, the 7-day praise and worship celebration, right? Starting on the 15th day of the 7th month, right? So, quick question. If you don't know when the new month is, right? Or when the start of the new month is, how will you know when the 15th day is of the 7th month? I need the family to really think about the question that I just asked and try and address it the best way that you can according to scripture, right? If you don't know when the new month starts for any month, how can you keep the days Shabbat, feast, or any day that's set aside that the Most High told us to keep if you don't know when the new month starts? Okay, so touching here, right here, Leviticus 23 and 23. It's what the Lord said to Moses. It said, the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Yasharal, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation, right? Klein, let me ask you a question. According to your understanding, what does convocation mean, brother?
Convocation is gathering, a holy gathering.
Okay, so that means that we are to come together, right, on the first day of the month. And we are supposed to blow the trumpets, and we're supposed to eat very good and recognize that this new month that we're about to establish and we about to come into, right, we got some set aside things that the Most High got for us to do, and we're supposed to be doing it with joy and happiness, right? Because it's actually our holiday. It's actually our holy day. It's actually a set aside day for us to enjoy him with no interruptions from work, no servile work, right? The only type of work that we'll be doing is prepping our food, making sure our instruments is tuned up and right. So when it's time to go, we good to go. We good to rock. You understand? Making sure our clothes is right because, you know, we want to look good for the Most High. You know how we do it. So at the end of the day, family, we getting ready. And we need to understand why, when, what for. We need to know all this. So this is what the Most High is giving us right here in Leviticus, right? 23. So right, Leviticus 23 and 25. It reads, ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. So when I said that the only work that we shall be doing, family, is preparing the sacrifice, which is the feast for the Most High, right? Now, mind you, this gathering, this set aside day, this feast day, I don't need a priest for this because I'm doing my own cooking, right? I'm gathering with my brothers and my sisters, right? I have yet to read about any priest being the head of anything here, right? I have yet to read that. But we're going to keep on reading to see what's actually going to take place in this 7th month, because it just don't stop and start with the first day. Now, mind you, I'm just reading about the first day right here. So we about to get off into the rest of the month, okay? Pay attention, family, listen. Verse 26 says, and the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day of the 7th month Now hold on, family. Like I asked before, if you don't know when the month start, how can you know when the 10th day is to keep atonement? It's impossible. It's impossible. So let me continue to read. It says, also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls and offer a offering made by fire unto the Lord. Once again, family, on the Day of Atonement, we are doing what? Establishing another feast for our Father, but this time, it's not about the praise and worship. It's not about the praise and worship. I'm at now. Again, Claim. Let me ask you another question, brother. Because we talking about atonement. What does atonement mean to us?
Atonement is the holiest day of the year that's the primary and most beneficial time for the Most High to forgive your sins, pursuant to you being repentant and trying your best to keep the law, statutes, and commandments and perform the prophecies all year long. That day is set aside for you to reflect on your failures and give off your failures to the Most High, not unlike we give off carbon dioxide to trees.
So family, if you really want to understand, right, and we're gonna do this. Claim, you got your scripture with you, bro? Grab Leviticus 16, right? And when I finish with this next, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna read through 28, and then I want you to read Leviticus 16, 1 through 4.
Got it.
Okay, cool. All right, let me get to it. It says in verse 27, I'm gonna read 27 again, and I'm gonna read through 28. Also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto y'all. Verse 28, and ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your power. Now I'm gonna stop right there, Claim. Can you read 16, 1 through 4, please?
Leviticus 16, verse 1. And the Most High spoke unto Moses after the death of the two sons of Aaron, when they offered before the Most High and died. Verse 2. And the Most High said unto Moses, speak unto Aaron your brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he not die. For I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. Verse 3, thus shall Aaron come into the holy place with a young bullock for a sin offering and a ram for a burnt offering. Verse 4, he shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh, and shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. These are holy garments. Therefore shall he wash his flesh in water, and so put them on.
Keep reading out. We're gonna read through 6. My bad.
And verse 5, And he shall take of the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. Verse 6. And Aaron shall offer his bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make an atonement for himself and for his house.
Hallelujah. Now,
hallelujah.
This is exactly what we're talking about right here, family. This is why we have the Day of Atonement. Because now, as he gave direction to Aaron, which is a priest, he gave that same direction to us as Yahusharah as a whole. Because it did come a time where we have to stand for our house. We have to stand and protect our house spiritually. What does that mean? We have to pray for our home. We have to ask the Most High to forgive our home. The priests don't live with us to understand these things. Right? So
bring it out.
He's making sure we cover ourselves, not just as a nation, but as individuals. Okay? So when you hear brothers out here spreading false information and telling you that the laws are done away with, the feasts are done away with, don't fall for the lies, family. This is the deception that the Most High was telling us about in Genesis. That slick, slithering tongue that the serpent used against Eve. Don't fall for that soft-spoken lie, okay? Don't fall for that intelligent lie. It will destroy your whole soul, family. Now, understanding where we at now, okay?
You scolded.
We here understanding that what we have to do in atonement. So right now, we done read where the Most High told us the days to do so, the month to do so, right? So let's backtrack a little bit. So the month is Tishri, which is the 7th month, right? And on the first day of that month, we are to hold a holy convocation, which is a feast day set for the Most High. And we also see that being confirmed when he first gave the atonement order directive to Aaron in verse 16, right? So that's the confirmation for the atonement for us to keep this thing for eternity, right? And we're going to get to that to make sure that we understand that we're supposed to keep it no matter where we are in all of our dwellings, right? He didn't say all the land that the Most High gave to us. He said all of our dwellings. Do you understand what dwellings mean?
Anywhere we live.
Anywhere, not just our homeland. Okay, so let me continue to read, family. Right, first off, let me make sure that I backtrack right. So the first day of the month of the 7th month, which is Tishri, we have our feast day. From that day, we count 10 to the 10th day, right? Which starts our Day of Atonement, as we just read. And what was that? 27, right? So now, I've read through 28. So now I'm at 29, right? It reads, for whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day. So when he's talking about the affliction of the soul, in other words, whatever soul is not setting aside his personal likes, the things that he loved to do, right? If he's not setting these things to the side for the Most High, he's gonna have to deal with the Most High. He said, for whosoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. The Most High didn't tell us that we need to cut this brother off. The Most High is going to cut this brother off however he going to cut him off. Do we know how that's going to happen? Absolutely not, because he didn't tell us that, right? But he will be cut off. So when we start seeing brothers that's claiming, to walk the walk, but yet and still they having these issues, right? you have to understand, it's not nothing that the nation is going through, because we already dealing with the prophecy as far as the nation goes. But you have to deal with your personal issues with the Most High. Understand? Now, he made a covenant with us as a nation. But when it comes down to it, me as a personal individual, my own self, how you guys say, save myself.
Gotta have a personal relationship.
Save myself, right? Is by acknowledging my power. That's how I save myself, getting back in line with the covenant that he set with my ancestors. So if that means that it's gonna take all of my life on this earth to understand just the basics, so be it. I just pray that those basics that I understand all of my life, that it took me all of my life to understand, it's enough to get me, have my name in that book of life. But see, if I'm not trying, if I'm not seeking it, if I'm not trying, and I'm just settling, and in my settlement, I'm uneasy about the Shabbat. I got questions still that ain't answered. And the Most High is still, son, why are you not sure about this? He's troubling me because I'm not troubling the waters to figure out my elders, my ancestors, what's going on? My brothers, y'all studying, y'all say y'all understand. Brother, I need some answers. Can you show me according to our heritage? Because when the Most High show me something and I bring it to the family, I'm expecting those family members that I'm bringing it to, because they say that they walking hand in hand with the Most High. I'm expecting for you, if you don't know, because I'm bringing it to you, and it's something that you're not sure about and you uneasy about it, that you're going to take that to the Most High and get confirmation. So now when we come back together and have this conversation, you seriously then did your due diligence, because you understand, just like I understand, how important his Shabbat is, how important it is for us to keep his Shabbat and those holy days. Those are the main things that we're supposed to be doing when it comes down to the law. Not just the 10 commandments and the statutes, but everything. This is what brings us out of the curses.
Yes, sir.
This is what puts us in the blessings. Like some of our brothers and sisters, they're in the blessings. They're not working for the pale skin. They're not slaving for the slave masters. So what that means? They set their times for the Shabbat. So when they really figure out when the Shabbat truly is, they have no problem with their schedules. They don't have to put in no time like I got to put in the time so that I can keep my 7 days without working. Right? See, these are the things that confirms that some of our brothers are moving in the blessings, even though we're not acknowledging it, even though they're not putting it on blast, how the world puts their so-called blessings on blast, right? So when they get a new car, what they do? When they get new money, big money, what they do? They put it in the record. What they do? They flashing, they flossing in front of those that ain't got it. Right? So what I'm saying to y'all is this: the righteous don't do that.
At all.
So when you talk about, well, how come y'all ain't moving in the blessings? Well, what you mean? How come we ain't moving in the blessings? The brothers that's moving in the blessings don't need to hear this message. The sisters that's moving in the blessings, they don't need to hear it. The Most High already dealing with them. It's the ones that's not moving in it. That's why we keep being repetitive. That's why the Most High keep having us talking to the same brothers. It ain't like we want to just keep on knocking on your door. Trust me. But when we doing the work of the Father, it ain't about what the heck we want. It's about where he's sending us.
Just like the sun and the moon, they don't it's wherever they send us, wherever the Most High sends us. You see what I'm saying?
We just read that. Man. So look, let me continue reading.
I'm with you, bro. I'm listening.
Verse 30. right? Let me read 29 again.
This,
Right?
this lesson for me, I think. I think it's for me.
Man, it's for all. It's for all of us.
Right.
Because I'm getting taught too. I ain't even gonna tell you how I'm getting cut. I'm gonna talk to you about that later, Clan. How I'm getting cut up right now.
All right.
But you know, hey man, it's amazing how the Most High used me to whoop my own self.
Right.
So let me continue. Verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in the same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. So like I told you, family, even before I got to the point where he literally told you he will destroy, I told you it's not about us cutting nobody off.
That's right.
It's not about me stoning none of my brothers and sisters that sin. I have no control of life. If I stone my brother that sin, that means that I disrespected and I went against the commandment where it says to love my brother, to not kill my brother. I don't have no authority to take my brother's life. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see nowhere in the scriptures, and I don't see nowhere in the actions of the Hamashiach where he took any of these brothers' lives, and they deserved it. They deserved it, right? So then when I understand, speaking about his time, not to go off subject, but speaking about the time that he walked the earth, how our elders was dealing with our women unjustly. How do I know they was dealing with our women unjustly? You don't catch a woman by herself in adultery. In order for you to catch a woman in adultery, you have to catch her with a man that's married. When them elders brought that woman to the Hamashiach, where was that man?
Probably in the crowd.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to y'all is this, family. The Hamashiach never stoned nobody, so that law wasn't fulfilled. So that tells me that the law wasn't given by the Most High himself. That was given by a silly ass man, excuse my language, which was one of our elders.
He's older.
You understand what I'm saying? Because again, if the Most High telling us, thou shalt not kill, how am I okay to stone? Would that not be me killing someone? Because he didn't say, thou shalt not kill unjustly. He said, thou shalt not kill. So that means I'm not to kill justly or unjustly, my brothers. That's clearly what that means to me. Right? Now, I can protect my family because the Most High gave us authority to protect our families. As the head of our household, that's what we are supposed to do, spiritually and physically, protect our household, protect our children. And hopefully, you know, our life don't have to get taken, but if it does, so be it. There's a time for everything, right? But again, directives. If Yeshua didn't kill those, right, that deserve death, not just physical death, but eternal death. If he didn't destroy them at that particular point in time, what authority do we have to do anything?
You better tell them that.
What authority do we have? You can't sit here and tell me that, oh, well, he said we gonna, yeah, when that time comes, we gonna get directives from him, literally from his mouth. Hey, right now, it ain't about assuming nothing. It's about establishing that relationship so you can understand his directives. So when you do hear his mouth and when you do see him, you're not dead.
Yeah, and you're not second guessing it. When you hear it for yourself, you're like, why would he say that?
Sure.
Nah, we know what's up already. It's that time. Go time. We already TTG, trained to go. But we train to go for the wrong purposes, unjust purposes.
Unjust. So let me read 30 again, and then we're going to move forward, right? It says, and whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in the same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. So what I'm explaining to us now, family, is those who understand atonement, those who understand what atonement is for, right? When we truly understand, like I truly understand this now, I cannot work on atonement. I will not be working this day. You understand? Whether I get a paid day or I don't get a paid day, I don't give a damn. I won't be there. I won't be disrespecting the Most High at all. As I come to understand him clearly, just like I know his name, I'm not going to call him another name.
And that's another thing. The Father, just like the wages of sin is death, the wages of obedience is life. So he does pay us. I look forward to the payment.
Absolutely. That's why he said patience for the righteous is a virtue. That patience will pay off. I mean, just think about the most beautifulest place that you've seen, maybe in a picture. Never ever been, but you've seen it, right? A beautiful place. You know that beautiful place that you've seen ain't got nothing on what you will be able to experience with the Most High. Got to think about that for a second, right? The most beautifulest place that you've never been, but you've seen before. Might even be something that's animated, made up, but it's beautiful as heck. That shit ain't got nothing on what the Most High got for us in store. Nothing.
Nothing.
We can't.
We can't even imagine.
That part, clean
our brains, brother. We all listen. I'm in tune, brother. You passing on the Holy Spirit to me, brother. I got the Holy Spirit.
Man,
I'm telling you,
bro.
How our brains ain't powerful enough to imagine something.
Now, mind you, this mindset that we got, this mind that we have, it comes from him. It's just a little bit of it, a little portion of it, right? But it comes from him. And even with that little portion, we still can't imagine what he got in store for us.
That's wild.
But it's enough, right? The little bit that he gave us, it's enough for us to seek him our entire life to understand, like the sand of like the grain of a sand, right? Like, even if I sought him my entire life, bro, I still wouldn't even know. Man, I can't even a second of his knowledge and wisdom. So we talking about a lifetime for me, just to try and figure out and just to grasp and clearly understand just a second of how he does things from his standpoint, not from my little ass standpoint. You know what I'm saying? My little bitty human.
That's why it's so very important how you're delivering this message, because you're distinguishing obedience very clearly here. He said to do it this way, do it that way, because he understands the intelligence of what he said, and wherein we, might second guess it. No, take that day off. Do what you're supposed to do. Obey.
Absolutely. Obedience is better than sacrifice, family. Obedience in the eyes of the Most High is better than any sacrifice that we can give. Any sacrifice that we can bring forth to the Most High. Understand that. So your tithes and your offerings, means absolutely nothing compared to obedience of his law, statutes, and commandments, which is why he separated himself from us in the first place. And it wasn't that he even, and let me just take that back. He didn't separate himself from us. We separated ourselves from him by not following his word.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Because he said it once, he ain't had to repeat himself. Now, it's up to us to understand what he said after we done bumped our heads a few times and get it right.
Yeah.
Now, after we done bumped our heads a few times and we still don't want to get it right, hey, stop crying, stop complaining.
Yeah. And if you don't understand, do it anyway.
Man, until you get it.
Eventually, you're gonna have an aha moment because you're practicing the information. And then if you just need understanding that bad, you've been obedient long enough, and then you notice what this means. Oh man, I see why I'm doing this part.
Verse 31, family, says, ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Now let's stick with this verse for a good minute. Because see, if you listen to these Christians and these preterists and these apologists that's out here in this world, they say a lot of fraudulent things, family. Now,
I've been a witness.
Statutes, laws, and commandments go hand in hand. Where you find a statute, you're going to find the law, you're going to find the commandment. Where you find a commandment, you're going to find the law, you're going to find a statute. However you want to put it up, you're going to find all three. Right?
Okay.
So when he says, ye shall do no manner of work, it shall be a statute forever throughout your generations. That didn't say this shall be a statute for the 10th century Jews and everybody after that, y'all do what the hell y'all want to do.
That's not in the text, brother.
At all. So when these brothers get to talking this, oh, you can't keep the law outside of you can't keep the statutes outside of the law.
That's exactly, you got that. You sound just like them.
Family, they have to, okay, so the Most High has given us this ammunition, so when they come at you with the foolishness and foolery, you can just—
they don't trick you personally.
You can lace them up with this scripture right here. This is Leviticus 23 and 31, right? And if they want to argue with the Most High, let them argue with the Most High. Leave them right there looking stupid. Because at the end of the day, they can't debunk this. It ain't like they can go into the scripture and find a scripture to say, oh, well, this is where the Most High said we ain't supposed to keep his laws.
Why would you even look?
This is where the Most High said we ain't supposed to keep his commandments. What? When that's the whole reason that we were separated from him? That we had to go through all of this craziness that we going through? So now that we understand who we are, right? Now this is, I'm talking to my Old Testament brothers right now, because the foolishness got to stop, family. Right? So if I'm not to keep the laws wherever I'm at, how am I going to link myself back to the Most High, brothers, sisters? Explain this to me. How am I supposed to link myself back to the Most High if I'm not supposed to be keeping his law, statutes, and commandments, when that's what he told us is the reason that we going through these curses, according to Deuteronomy 28. If you can explain this clearly to me according to the scriptures, man, I would definitely love to hear it. Not read it in the back chats and nah, I want to hear it. Like how I'm talking to you right now, I want you to sit down with me
and push my baby stroller.
Listen, at this point in time, I will have my pen and paper, and I will be on mute. Only time I will unmute if I got a question. That's it. Other than that, teach me, because I ain't never seen nowhere in these scriptures where the Most High told us not to keep his laws, not to keep his statutes and commandments. Not nowhere. Not even in the book of Enoch, not even in the book of the first and second book of Adam and Eve, Jubilees, Yashir, the Apocrypha. Right? So I want to read this one more time because I need y'all to understand. We are to understand all of Leviticus 23 because it's dealing with each and every feast. Okay, starting from the Passover, from the first month of the year. So he's giving it to us in details very clearly, right? So what I'm trying to do is bring simple understanding on how we are to acknowledge it when we no longer have a calendar to look at, when we no longer have a watch or a mobile phone to tell us what day it is, what phase of the month it is. Phase of the moon it is. You
can just look in the sky and tell what time it is.
Exactly. You'll be able to tell by the seasons. You'll be able to say, okay, the leaves is falling, so we almost, where we at? We what? We going into winter. So that means that, oh snap, we just pulled our crops. Right? So in a few more months, six more months, we got the new year again. Season gonna change again. If you're not paying attention, how would you know? Verse 32, verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Shabbat of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month. And in the even, from the even unto the even, shall ye celebrate your Shabbat. So again, we see here again where the Most High is telling us that our Shabbats are from evening to evening, not from morning to morning. So that doctrine and that craziness that I was hearing like last year sometime with brothers that had some confusion going on with themselves, right? Brother Mac and the other brother, they was pushing this, the Shabbat start, in the morning time. Leviticus 23 and 32, the words of the Most High to Moses, not Yashar assuming something, not Yashar, giving his exegesis. No, brother, no. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna read this word for word, exactly what it said, right? Verse 32, it says, it shall be unto you a Shabbat of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month, right? In the 9th day of the month, at even. From even unto even shall ye celebrate your Shabbat. He didn't say from morning to morning. The Most High is not a hypocrite, nor does he contradict himself. So when you hear brothers talking about the Shabbat, oh, the Sabbath, we supposed to keep it from morning to morning. Hey, listen, the words of the Most High in Leviticus 23 and 32 tell us exactly when to keep the Shabbat, family. Exactly when to keep it, right? Now, let's get off into verse 33. And the Lord of the Most High spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Yasharal, the 15th day, right, of the 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. So now, some say tents of tabernacles. According to the scriptures, we see feast of tabernacles. However you like to pronounce it, however you like to put it, so be it. As long as you keep in 7 days and you giving the Most High all the praise and the worship, it shouldn't be a problem. But see, we got to understand when the 7th month is. We can't do what we want to do, and we definitely can't be following after the heathens. Okay, we have to fix this, y'all, Sharal. The Most High is crying out to us to get back to our heritage, not this Yiddish, not this made up stuff. Okay, we have a duty and a responsibility to understand our true heritage. It's ours. It ain't for nobody else to teach us nothing. How else did our ancestors get it? Through the Most High. That's how they got understanding of our heritage when it was lost from them. How else did Moses get an understanding? How am I reading what was given to Moses? The Most High gave it to Moses. It's clear as day right here. So when the family forgot about it and lost it from what the Most High gave to Moses, what did he do again? He gave it right back to the family once again. It's the same with us. But if we ain't seeking his face, then, I mean, why is he going to give us anything? A closed mouth don't get fed. Y'all understand that? Oh, yeah, you know. Yeah, I'm rocking with the Most High. Yeah, I'm rocking with him. You ain't doing a damn thing. You ain't reading his word. You ain't treating people according to the way he tell you to treat people. You understand? You ain't taking care of your children. You ain't taking care of the widows, the orphans. Like, what are you doing to say and prove that you are a child of the Most High? Like, you ain't got to prove it to me. You ain't got to prove it to Brother Clay. But what are you doing? You see what I'm saying? Prove it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to give you no points. I'm not going to give you no acclimates. I'm not going to give you no reward for what you're supposed to be doing. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be doing. So me being a dad and a husband to my family, I don't need your pat on the back, man. I don't need no pale skin to say, hey, that brother right there is a good father to his children. I don't give a shit about what you think. You can think that I'm the worst parent. I don't give a shit. It don't make or move me. My whole thing is, what do the Most High say? What is his thought process about me and how I'm moving? Right?
Right.
When I wrong my brothers, trust me. Just like when I found out and understood clearly that I wronged Damo and he felt some type of way, I had to apologize. So, hey, that's what the righteous do. Even though I feel a certain type of way and I might feel the same way that what I said, but because I offended that brother, my intentions, even though I'm speaking truth, it should not be to offend. It should be to edify.
That's right.
You understand? Sometimes the truth hurts, but at the same time, he has to deal with that hurt personally. I don't have to throw no fucking fuel on that fire. You see what I'm saying? So, again, I'll apologize again, Damo. I apologize, brother. You see what I'm saying? Because my intention is not to offend you guys at all. Even though I might not like half the things that y'all saying, what y'all stand on, My intentions is not to offend nobody, even though I'm speaking my truth. You understand? When you acknowledge to me that I really hurt you, hurt your feelings, affected, what you got going on in your household by my words, again, I apologize, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let me get back to the scriptures though. Okay, so right now we at Leviticus 23, right? Chapter 23 and verse 34, right? It says, speak unto the children of Yasharal, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day, right, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. So that means that 7 days we cooking, family, right? 7 days we enjoying ourselves, we cooking, we making sure that we eat good, and everybody is enjoying themselves, right? It says, on the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. So the very next day after, right, after our atonement, after our celebration, right, we have a Shabbat. And if you do the math, it falls right on line from the first day of the month to where we're not missing the Sabbath and we're not disrespecting the Sabbath. Everything falls right in line. This is how you know you're keeping it correctly, because the way that we move, it should be directly according to the scripture that we read. I shouldn't be like, man, that seemed kind of off what we did. That don't line up with the scripture. I don't know. I shouldn't be having those thoughts. I should be like, man, we was on. We did it according to the Most High, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We should be feeling a certain type of way. Like as we get closer to the mark, as we move closer in relationship with him, we should see a difference within our movements. We should see a difference within our relationships with him and people. These things should be evident. Other people probably would notice it because they don't know. They don't know who we dealing with, what we dealing with. They don't know who our power is. So how would they know what his love and what his blessing, what his favor look like? But remember, they caught up in society and in the world. They look for those things as blessings, not what the Most High. They don't know what the Most High blessings and favor is. They don't know. Right?
Okay.
Verse 36. It says, 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 37. These are the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and a drink offering, everything upon this day. Verse 38. Besides the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord. Now, if we didn't have free will, why would the Most High tell us that we're giving a free will offering, which means that this is an offering because we freely want to give it to the Most High? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, the Most High blessed me with these crops, man. I ain't never seen these crops. I ain't never seen these watermelons grow so big, bro. And I can only carry one at a time, bro. I used to carry two. You see what I'm saying? Man, I gotta give the Most High this. I gotta, man, listen, man. The biggest one, you know what I'm saying? The biggest, most firmest, healthiest one, it gotta go to the Most High, bro. That's a free will offering that he's talking about. You understand what I'm saying? If your gift is singing, that free will offering, singing praises to him for the entire day. If that's your gift, if that's your offering, so be it. You see what I'm saying? Free will. If it wasn't so, he wouldn't have told us in more than one way. He wouldn't show us by us being able to make a decision to either follow him or not follow him. That's grand. That's grand. He's not making us like robots. A robot, you put a battery in a robot, the robot gonna do whatever it was programmed to goddamn do. That's not how he working with us. That's not how he dealing with us. We have a choice to follow him. You have a choice to mock him. And every choice that we make, it is a consequence. So for those who like to mock, trust me, you're gonna see them face.
That's why he calls it a reward. Whether you do evil or good, you're gonna get your reward.
Most definitely. Whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve that reward, brother, sister. You deserve it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, the Most High, if you're looking for sympathy, you better start seeking his face now. I promise you, this is the only time we have sympathy. This is the only time we're gonna have room for forgiveness is when we breathing and we walking on this planet. Once these eyes close and we no longer in the flesh, that's it. That's it. Understand what I'm saying. That is it. Everything that we did on this planet, the book is closed. There is no more adding to that book. Hopefully you got a good book. Hopefully I got a good book that's worthy, to be accepted, Because if not, I got my reward, whether it's good or bad, whether I like it or not. It ain't just for y'all, family. It's for all of us. All of us. Let me continue, right? Verse 39. Also, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruits of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. So now the Most High is making sure we understand clearly what we are to do in the 7th month, how we are to keep it literally from the first day to the 10th day, the 9th day to the 15th day. He is explaining to us, and all throughout from the first day, understand, none of those feast days interrupt his Shabbat. Understand what I'm saying to you very clearly. None of the feast days, the time that he appointed for us to cook, affects the Shabbat that we are not to do, not a thing, but rest. Okay? This can be proven if you count from the 17th as the first day, as we are supposed to, according to the scriptures. And the reason that I'm really bringing this out now is because we have an opportunity to test the truth. If I'm lying, you'll be able to see it. The 17th of October ain't got here yet. So you can start the count of the new month right on the 17th. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to break you. It's not going to do nothing to you. But it's either going to confirm that I'm speaking the truth according to the Most High in his word, or I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And every scripture that I brought out, I have no understanding of it. So this is why I'm bringing this out now. So there's no excuse to test. I want you to fact check what I'm bringing. A lot of brothers don't want you to do this. I need you to fact check it because this is for us. He gave this to me. I can't hold on to this. I'm accountable. Whatever he gives to me, I got to give it out, whether it's accepted or not. You understand? Because at the end of the day, this is why he gave it to me. He didn't give it to me for me to keep it to myself. This is, again, back to what he gave to the Sawyers. What he gave one piece. He gave another 2 pieces, another 10 pieces. Right? I'm not about to go bury what he giving me.
Right.
And then when he come back, I ain't got nothing to show because I buried it. I'm just returning back the word that he gave me. He like, what? I don't want my word back. I want the people. That's why I gave you the word. But you want to play some games like I'm like you slick, huh? You think you slick? All right. Let me show you how I deal with the slick.
You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that.
Not at all, bro. You know that truth hurt, bro. I mean, it's a lot of things I ain't want to hear, but I had to sit down and read it a few times. Right? I'm talking about, man, bro, I don't want to close it. You better not. You better deal with this butt whooping that you have to deal with right now as a grown adult. What you tell me what grown adult like they ass whoop?
A fully grown man got a belt to him.
Man, trust me, it ain't a good feeling. It ain't a good feeling.
Sometimes
and I ain't even talking about my biological dad, rest in peace. I ain't talking about him because his whoopings don't hurt. And matter of fact, he ain't even never whooped me in my whole existence. You understand me? So, bro, talking about a grown man, bro. I just turned 42, bro. Most High was tearing my ass up in my late 20s and all throughout the 30s. Why? Because I was going through my rebirth. I had went through my rebirth, right? So as a 20-year-old, 30-year-old, I'm what you would call an adolescent, a teenager running around and shit. Mind you, I'm 20, I'm my 30s. But we talking about a spiritual rebirth. We talking about starting over.
That's right.
So look, son, this is what you look. Yeah, I know you thought that's what it was, but this is what it is. Damn. All right. But how I've been doing this for so long, so what? Get it together. It's a different way of doing things, son. Yeah, but I'm used to doing it this way. Yeah, I know. But you got to get used to doing it this way, though. Now, make a decision. Here's that free will again.
He's saying that so loving. Supposed to have been dead a long time ago, but he's warning you so softly, respectfully.
Man. When he come back, family, it's not gonna be a smile on his face. Do you understand what anger is? When a man's eyes turn red, do you know how angry he is? I don't think too many people really understand what anger is when a man's eyes are bloodshot fucking red. Now, mind you, we talking about the power that created us, that has emotions and feelings like we have. That's angry, that's coming back for the vengeance of his righteous people that he loved. Can you just grasp what I just said though? Like the creator power that created all that we see and the things that we never ever seen before, that's beautiful as heck, right? Talking about animals and all. Got emotions and got feelings like we do. So like when you love family members, like sibling love, like they your brother, your sister, and it's an unconditional love. And if anything happened to them, you're willing to tear the whole goddamn world up. We talking about something greater than that for all of us, including our ancestors.
Who's gonna literally tear the whole goddamn world up.
And come with a whole new one for us.
We said this. Why you scolding?
Come on, man. A whole new one? Bro, which one of us asked for a whole new planet? We just trying to get it right on this one.
You telling the truth today, man. Oh my goodness gracious. It's unbelievable.
41, brother. Matter of fact, 40. We have 40.
Mm-hmm.
Leviticus 23 and 40. We almost done, family. We're going to push it to 44. Okay. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brooks, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your power 7 days. Once again, family, like I was saying earlier, this is a 7-day celebration, yo. 7-day celebration, no work, eating good, right? I mean, come on, family. You got to be kidding me, man. We've been missing this in place of these little excuse my language, man, but these little weak ass goddamn holidays for a punk ass day. We got 7 days we get to praise and worship the Most High and enjoy each other's company. Seven days. Oh, my bad. Y'all rather do Christmas and Christmas Eve, huh? Them 2 days, huh? Y'all. And then you get a little break. But then you get New Year's and New Year's Eve. You get them. Do you get those consecutive or?
No, they get holiday paid. They get paid to break the Most High's commandments.
Yeah, I'm gonna get paid to keep them. How about that? How about that, Clay? I'm about to get paid to keep. I'm about to get paid to keep them. Why? Because he put me in a position to be able to control my scheduling. So I go and come as I please, basically. So with him giving me that power and that authority, why would I shit on my power by not keeping the days according to the days that he said for me to do it? So no, my days is not going to be every weekend off because my Sabbaths don't happen on every Saturday. You see what I'm saying? So, brother, let me finish up. So I almost went there. 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days. Now, he just said this about 5 times in this one chapter, bro, in this one verse. 7 days, we gonna party. 7 days, we gonna keep. 7 days, we gonna feast. 7 days. Don't forget. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Yo, add Leviticus 23 and 41 to Leviticus 23 and 31. Okay. That's a second confirmation that we keep the statutes, laws, and commandments forever, no matter where we go, throughout all, not half, not a portion, not a sect, but all of our generations, family. All. That's what the scriptures say. It says, you shall dwell in booths 7 days, tents. You shall dwell in tents 7 days. All that are in Israel, all that are Yahshua born shall dwell in booths, in tents, that your generations may know that I made the children of Yahshua to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your power. And Moses declared unto the children of Yahshua the feast of the Lord. Now, mind you, this is the last feast of all the feasts of the Most High. Why is this the last feast before we come back to the Passover? It's the last feast because we're coming into the last season where it's winter, where nothing grows. So what we are to do, we are to what? Take care of each other, protect each other, make sure everything is good, survive the winter, and come back again in the new year and celebrate and give thanks and praise once again. And do it all over again, each and every year, throughout each and every generation. So that the Most High is smiling upon us with favor again. That he smiled upon us when King Solomon was in rule, when he had peace amongst the kingdom, right? So it's things that we have to look forward to, family, that's actually important for us to really pay attention to, right? I'm gonna touch on Ecclesiastes 43:7, and then I'm gonna hand it over to you, Claim. Ecclesiastes 43:7. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. Okay, so understanding, if you're looking at the screen, right, the light that decreases in her perfection would be the waxing crescent, right? From the moon is the feast, is the sign. From the moon is the sign of feast. That's telling us right there. That's confirming that each month is a feast day for us, according to the laws in Leviticus, according to the feast that I just read, right? These things we have to really take account of, we have to really be mindful of, because if we call ourselves getting in line with the Most High, if we call ourselves doing it the right way, and not just saying, oh, well, as long as we doing this, it's gonna be all right. He's gonna correct us when we get back. What you mean he correcting us now? What part of the game did he say, wait till I get back before I correct y'all? He said for us to get it right now. Get it together now. Well, what are we waiting on? So what you telling me? Oh, so when he send the help because your ass is floating in the ocean, you gonna say no, I'm waiting on the Most High? Because that's what it sounds like. Because he's sending a brother like myself, and you saying, nah, brother, I don't need your help, brother. I know when the Shabbat is. I got it already. It's good. We doing what the Jews is over there doing, the pale skin Jews. So we lined up. We already solid. So go on about your business, brother. Like, damn, that's how you feel? Okay, well, shit, man, I got to move on. I got all this room on the boat, and y'all niggas don't even want to jump on. Cool, fuck it. I guess it's room for some other people. Here come Brother Claim. Hey, my brother. What's going on with you, bro? Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We headed to, to Mount Zion, brother. What you doing right here floating, brother? You know what I'm saying? You want to jump on? We going to the same direction. No, brother. The Most High said he got me. He coming. Claim like, what? This brother tripping. Don't you know that I'm one of the Most High servants? I guess not. Well, all right then, brother. Then he sent an elder. He tell our old man just to get on, because you know what I'm saying, he just, you know what I'm saying, no, you don't even know what you're talking about. Now he's stuck. I mean, I'm just saying, family, like, he got us out here. He got us out here moving. You understand? He got us out here doing the work. Whether it's we out in the street or we on social media, he got us out here doing the work. So I'm asking, family, that you really put this to the test. Start your count on the 17th of October. You count your 6 days, start your 7 days, your Shabbat, right? Make sure you count your 9 days. So on that 9th day of the evening, going into the 10th day, right? You got atonement going on. So from the evening, whatever it is that you love to do, whether it's drinking, whether it's being on social media, whether it's smoking a blunt, hanging out with the homies, playing video games, put it to the side and focus on the Most High. Okay. So we got from evening on the 15th, on the 10th day of atonement, which the 9th day, evening to evening, which would make it the 10th day, evening, right? We are to be focused on the Most High, studying His Word, sharing with the brothers and the sisters, studying His Word, giving Him praise and worship. It's just an evening to evening, family. We can do it. We can do it. I'm gonna do it. The Most High is that important to me. The more I understand Him, the more I gotta walk in His way. You know, I ain't perfect. Like I said, I just said it earlier today. The Most High was cutting me up with these scriptures, and I've been studying these scriptures. I've been sharing them with the brothers and going over them. But even with that being said, He's still teaching me. He's still dealing with me. And anybody that's righteous and anybody that's honest, man, you know, He dealing with you the same way. When you studying and you reading for family, I guarantee you it's registering right to your soul too. Why? Why? Because it was a message that was given to us. Why? Because we needed that message. Not just for the family, but it was for us too. So with that being said, man, Claim, I definitely love you, brother. I appreciate you for allowing me to put some soul food on that grill. You know what I'm saying? Let's build, bro.
I better put some respect on General Yesha's name. I shed a whole tear. I go throughout the day trying to find things that allow me to share tears of joy. All the things I ever find are things that have me shed tears of sorrow. All day long, I find tears of sorrow. And that brother just gave me a tear of joy. He went crazy. And so I called that type of insanity divine sanity. I meshed the words together and called it divine sanity. The brother went in. You understand? So I'm gonna I can't follow that up. I can't follow it up. It's too precise. But what I will say here, right, is that just as the Most High afforded us an opportunity to have two Passovers, when somebody misses a Passover, then they can do the Passover in the second month. If you don't comprehend His timing for the atonement, I would encourage everybody listening to do another atonement. How many times should you atone? I think you should atone thousands of times a day. So take His timing, apply it into your life, take that day off, stop dealing with your personal pleasures on the timing that he laid out for you and perform a second atonement, just as the Most High afforded us another Passover in the second month if we missed the first Passover. I don't see it being against the law whatsoever to perform 2 days of atonement. You understand? So since I cannot follow that up, I'm going to say praise to the Most High and perform some praise and worship music here. And then I'll probably end the broadcast in some tears of sorrow. I don't think I want to add that to this program. So I think I'm just going to end it with the praise and worship song. You understand? And then we can move on to the next lesson, which will be tonight or tomorrow. Make sure you can hear this.
No, you can't hear it, Clayton.
Okay, so I can hear it very clearly. So if I can hear it, then I know the audience can hear it. Let me make sure I got my thing sharing here. Okay, share screen, new share, computer sound, bam, fixed it. That's getting easier and easier to fix.
There you go.
Stepped out of bail, I did a diddy bop. I had to tilt my hat at the city cop. I walk away free cause I'm innocent. And when I walk, the whole world know a nigga why. We been at the gas station all night. We been at the gas station all night. They done had the bag waiting all night. Tell them that it's lit, bitch, we on fire. Ay.
Praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High.
Praise to the Most High. Devil want a nigga show. I beat that nigga 1,000 times in a row. Couple weeks ago, he thought he threw his best shot. All I'm looking at is Twitter playing friend or foe. Cloud chasers need the relevancy. All talk come from me, relevant MCs. None of those guys are relevant as me. Guess what that means? I'm on a whole nother league. Wait, don't stop, let's tell another story. What the fuck happened to rap? This isn't for me. Never did I ever think I would see the day. Rap niggas telling the cops to come for me. They try to turn me to a cold felon. All they help me do is get some more millions. All I see is free toy, free toy. Homie, I was in Miami on a short chillin'. I got a whole new chick. We on the island and she fucked me like she off a beam. I'm out in Jersey and I'm ballin' like I'm off the team. I bought a 4, it's a Birkin. It's off lean. Stepped out of bail, I did a diddy bop. I had to tilt my hat at the city cop. I walk away free cause I'm innocent. And when I walk, the whole world know a nigga why. We been at the gas station all night. We been at the gas station all night. They done had the bag waiting all night. Tell them that it's lit, bitch, we on fire. Praise to the Most High.
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 Praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High. Soon as I get my masters back, they want chatter. Now I'm independent, niggas want fetted. White labels trying to turn my black folk against me. Been selling weed, that nigga don't offend me. Tell my trappers get blooming bags ready. We finna fill them bitches up with Mad Reggie. Take them to the block, sell them at exclusive price. And if they ask why it's trash, lease the bag heavy. Devil want a nigga so I beat that nigga 1,000 times in a row. Ballin' on a demon like a pick and roll. She ugly, then I gotta hit her with the wall. Still up in this bitch going hard, nigga. Running through these bitches like a yard, nigga. I'm watching Complex for the talks, nigga. Cause it's an everyday struggle, fuck more, nigga. I got love for them till they count me out. Niggas mad, I spun they bitches like a roundabout. I see niggas trying to kick me when I'm down and out. But I came in here with a purpose, I ain't round for clout. Illuminati trying to get me, nigga. But I'm the one they gotta spare like Four Seasons at the Four Seasons. I might even flex just for no reason. Got a penthouse in DR and PR. I call it pH balance and it's Puerto Rican. These niggas don't like me. I'm feeling Gucci, man, and I'm so icy. Wear these niggas out like a white tee. My comeback rate super pricey. Stepped out of bail, I did a Diddy bop. I did that. I had to tilt my hat at the city cop. I walk away free cause I'm innocent. And when I walk, the whole world owe a nigga why. We been at the gas station all night. We been at the gas station all night. They done had the bag waiting all night. Tell them that it's lit, bitch, we on fire. Ay. Praise to the Most High. Ay. Praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High.
So again, I encourage all of you to put some respect on the Israelites, especially the General Yeshua. We enjoyed teaching you. Take heed.